Warrants. He is going to plead guilty to count 2, driving while suspended, second, and also speeding 93 and a 65.
Have you had enough time to discuss this with Mr. Patterson?
Yes, I have, Your Honor.
So I do find that the plea is knowingly and voluntarily entered with the advice of good counsel. Are you under the influence of any medications or intoxicants at this time?
No, sir.
Anything that makes it difficult for you to think clearly?
No, sir. The only thing is my mom, they just diagnosed her with MDS and they're giving her a month left to live. So, I mean, I'm pretty sad about that right now, but I think I'm thinking clearly.
Mr. Jones, is there any statements that you'd like to make before I pronounce sentence?
I would do anything. I would do probation, community service, anything, just not to be in jail while my mom dies.
How long have you been in jail now?
Judge, the jail records show he was checked into jail June 11th.
Mr. Jones, is that the longest you've served in jail before?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you on probation?
No.
Mr. Jones, is there anything additional you'd like to state before I pronounce sentence?
I'm really sorry about lying about who I was. I definitely won't be writing a letter of apology to him.
All right, in regards to count 4, 93 and 65, I impose a fine of $177. Looks like this was on 400 at 6:45 in the morning. Why so fast?
I was passing a semi going down the hill right there before you go into Leon.
Eastbound or westbound?
I was heading eastbound.
It says that in the affidavit that you had 4 open suspensions at that time. One of the oldest being back from 08, but also 2009 and 23.
Right. Those have been dropped.
And it also had a non-extraditable warrant out of Tennessee. Is that taken care of?
That was for the false name that I had given.
So was that under the name that you were given? They were the person that had the arrest warrant?
Yes.
That's what you're telling me?
Yes,
Why
sir.
would you use somebody's name that had an arrest warrant?
I didn't know he did. It's my coworker. It was a stupid thing. I panicked and just gave a coworker's name, and I had no clue what past he had. It was stupid. That's why I'd definitely be writing a letter of apology. I've already apologized to my coworker for it.
You seem to have a pretty good familiarity of how to work this.
I don't understand what you mean by that, sir.
Well, I think you understand the system pretty well and how to try to avoid it using a real person's name and driver's license.
I didn't have his driver's license or nothing. I just gave him a name.
Those suspensions that I mentioned, were those the other guy's suspensions or yours?
They were probably his suspensions.
There are 4 sanctions, but as I review those, one of those is the restriction on his driver's license, the Greenwood County case I was telling the court about just a minute ago, and then 2 others that he's already resolved.
In regards to count 2, the driving while suspended second or subsequent offense, I'm going to impose a $100 fine. I'm going to impose attorney's fees, court costs, and I will order that you write an apology letter, an appropriate apology letter. All right, Mr. Jones, I used to practice in front of a judge. You said when you get up to that speed, you're not driving the car, you're aiming. And I'm familiar with that section of road, and it isn't safe to do that.
Right. You're absolutely right, Your Honor.
You got a curb coming up and people coming in, eastbound or westbound. I'm going to impose 1 year in the county jail. I will place you on reporting probation for a period of 12 months. I will give you credit for the time that you've served. Mr. Jones, I'm going to put it just flat out. You violate the terms of your probation, and you're going to spend the whole year.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Because you could have very easily killed anybody on that road.
Yes, I know.
And you're not a kid. You've had this issue with your driver's license for a while. There's no excuse for that.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
I'm sorry about the situation with your mother, but I tell you what, I've met with enough people who lost loved ones in traffic accidents caused by behavior like this, that I'm granting you the probation standard terms. You'll need to follow and be in compliance with all of those. You can be processed out today after your court appearance is done. I will order that apology letter. Court services will have to be sure that it's appropriate, and if it is, it can be forwarded on. The sheriff's office want it or not. Court services will contact them about that, but apparently they're wanting it. But counsel, is there anything further I need to address?
Not from the state, Your Honor.
Nothing further.